Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and today our topic is how to create webinar kit registrants as HubSpot contacts. So I'm running a digital marketing agency and my agency is running a lot of webinars on Webinar Kit. Now what I want to do is that as I'm going to receive a new registrant from Webinar Kit for my webinar, that automatically by using my registrant detail, I want to create a new contact in HubSpot CRM. So here for my objective, what I need to do is I need to build a connection between Webinar Kit and HubSpot. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. Now with Pabbly Connect, whenever I'm going to receive a new registrant in Webinar Kit, then automatically I'm going to create a new contact in HubSpot CRM. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can create Webinar Kit registrants as HubSpot contact. So imagine here I'm running a digital marketing agency that runs webinars to generate leads using Webinar Kit. So my agency wants to automatically add every person who registered for the webinar as a contact in HubSpot CRM and organize these contacts for follow-up emails, campaigns, and lead nurturing. So here I have to create this integration between Webinar Kit and HubSpot, and this integration allows businesses to automate the process of managing Webinar Kit registrants as HubSpot contact, and by streamlining the lead capture and follow-up process, businesses can ensure that every potential lead is properly managed, nurtured, and engaged for maximum conversion potential. So the use of Pabbly Connect for this automation saves time and enhances efficiency and helps businesses to focus on conversion leads into customer. So here by using Pabbly Connect, I'm going to build a connection between Webinar Kit and HubSpot, and I'm going to build this connection without any coding and programming skill just by using Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to build this connection between Webinar Kit and HubSpot in such a way that whenever I'm going to receive a new registration for a webinar in Webinar Kit, then automatically I'm going to use those details of that registration and I'm going to create a new contact in HubSpot. So for creating this automation, I need to use Pabbly Connect, and for using Pabbly Connect, I need to open a new tab and I need to search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the landing page, I have these two options of sign in and sign up for free. If we don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then we can just click on this sign up for free button, and this will take only 2 minutes of our time and we will get 100 tasks free every month. Or if we already have an account, we can just sign in and we will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I just need to click on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the dashboard, what I need to do is I need to create a new workflow, and for that I'm going to click on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Now here I need to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to create Webinar Kit registrants as HubSpot contacts. And now what I need to do is I need to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab, and here I will find all the folders that I have in my Pabbly Connect account, and here I have this particular folder of HubSpot CRM, so I'm going to select this, and now I need to click on Create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow, and here in this window I have these two boxes of trigger and action. So trigger and action are the two main principles on which our workflow works on, and trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action is just going to follow that. So here in our workflow, we need to first set up our trigger, and here for setting up my trigger, I need to search for my trigger application, and here my trigger application is going to be Webinar Kit. So I'm going to search for that, and I need to select Webinar Kit here. Now here I have to give my trigger event, so I'm going to open this tab. A new webinar registration will be my trigger event, so I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect Webinar Kit with Pabbly Connect in my workflow, and for that I need to use this webhook URL. So this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Webinar Kit and Pabbly Connect. Now for connecting these two applications, I need to follow all these instructions, and first I need to copy this webhook URL. Now I need to take you to my Webinar Kit account. And here in Webinar Kit, what I need to do is I need to select the webinar that I want to connect with Pabbly Connect for getting all the registration detail. So here I have this particular webinar of Pabbly Webinar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this drop down button, And here I'm going to select this option of edit webinar. And here I need to go to others. So I'm going to click on other. And I need to scroll down. And in this I have this particular option of webhooks. So I'm going to open this. Now here in webhooks, what I need to do is I need to add my webhook URL in this tab of registration webhook URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste my webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. And now I need to scroll down and I need to click on save. And here I have successfully updated my webinar and I have added my webhook. Now what I have done is I have connected this webinar with Pabbly Connect, and as I'm going to receive a new registration in this particular webinar in Webinar Kit, then automatically the data of that registration will be sent to Pabbly Connect. Now I'm going to go back to my dashboard and I'm going to open the registration link of my webinar in a new tab. So I'm going to click on Get Links button, and here this is my registration link. So I'm going to open that in a new tab, and here I'm going to create a new registration. So first let me take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here in Pabbly Connect we can see it is waiting for webhook response. So as I'm going to create a new registration for my webinar in Webinar Kit, then automatically the data of that registration will be sent here as a response in Pabbly Connect. Now let me take you to my registration link, and here I need to fill all these details for creating a new registration for my webinar. So here I have to first give a first name, and here my first name is going to be Michael, last name will be Karras, email will be michaelkarras@pabblytudes.com, and I'm going to give a random phone number. Now I have filled all the required details. Now I'm going to click on this button of register now. And here I have created a new registration for my webinar in Webinar Kit. Now let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, we can see I have received this response. So here in this response, I have received all the detail of my registration that I have created in Webinar Kit for my webinar. Like I have the phone number of my registration, I have the first name that is Michael, I have the last name that is Karras, I have the email address that is michaelkarras@pabblytudes.com, I have the date of my webinar that is October 31st, Thursday. So here we can see that as I have created a new registration in Webinar Kit for my webinar, then automatically I have received that response of that registration here in Pabbly Connect. Now what I need to do is that as I have received the response of my registration from Webinar Kit, I want to create a new contact automatically by using all the detail of my registration in HubSpot CRM. So for using all these details and for creating a new contact in HubSpot CRM, I need to set up my Actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab, and here my action application is going to be HubSpot. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to select HubSpot CRM here. Now I have to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and create a contact will be my action event. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to connect HubSpot CRM with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. So I'm going to click on connect. I will click on add new connection, and I need to click on connect with HubSpot CRM. Now here I need to first choose my account. So I'm going to select this account of Ashi Rai, and I'm going to click on choose account. And here we can see I have successfully connected HubSpot CRM with Pabbly Connect. Now for creating a new contact in HubSpot CRM, I need to fill all these details, but these are not the required details. So here what I'm going to do is I'm only going to fill the details that I have received of my registration from Webinar Kit, and I'm going to add those details to create a new contact in HubSpot CRM. So I have only received the first name, last name, phone number, and the email address of my registrant. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to use those details, and I'm going to map those details here in these tabs. So for that I need to use mapping, and what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. Now here I have this tab of email address, and I have received the email address of my registrant from my response of Webinar Kit. So I'm going to map that here. So I need to click here. I will open this response of Webinar Kit, and here this is the email address. So I'm going to map this. Now I'm going to scroll down, and I have this tab of first name. So I'm going to map the first name of my registrant. So I'm going to click here. I will again open this response of Webinar Kit, and here this is the first name. So I'm going to map this. Now I'm going to scroll down, and I have this tab of status. So I'm going to open this tab, and I want to give the contact status of active. So I'm going to select that here. I'm going to scroll down, and here I have this tab of lead status. So I'm going to open this tab, and I want to give my lead status as new. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to again scroll down, and I have this tab of last name. So I'm going to map that too. Now I have to scroll down again, and I have this tab of mobile phone number. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the phone number that I've received of my registrant from WebinarKit. I'm receiving the mobile phone number of my registrant, so I'm going to map that here. So I need to click here. I will open the response of WebinarKit, and here this is the country code. So I'm going to map this, and I'm going to map the phone number. Now here this is the mobile phone number of my registrant, and here I have filled all the required details. So here I have only received these details of my registrant from WebinarKit, and I have mapped all those details here. Now as I have mapped those details, I have made all these details dynamic. Now what is going to happen is that every time I'm going to receive a new registrant from WebinarKit for my webinar, then automatically all these details that I have mapped here are going to get replaced with the new registrant detail in the real time. And as I'm going to receive a new registrant, then automatically I will create a new contact in HubSpot. Now here I have mapped all the required details, and I have only mapped the details that I have received of my registrant from WebinarKit. Now I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have created a new contact automatically in my HubSpot CRM account with all the detail of my registrant that I've created in WebinarKit. So to check whether I've created a new contact in HubSpot or not, let me take you to HubSpot. I will go to Contacts, and here in Contacts we can see I have created this new contact that is named as Michael Karras. I have the email address that is michaelkarras@pablitudes.com, and I have the random phone number of my contact. Now here we can see that by using all the detail of my registrant from WebinarKit, I have automatically created a new contact in HubSpot CRM. So here we can see successfully and automatically I have created a new contact in HubSpot CRM with all my registrant details from WebinarKit. So as I've created a new registrant in WebinarKit for my webinar, then automatically I've created a new contact in HubSpot CRM. So here I have done this by creating this automation between WebinarKit and HubSpot CRM, and I have done this with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now to check this in real time whether my automation is working or not, I'm going to take you back to my WebinarKit account, and I'm going to open this registration link one more time, and I'm going to add the detail of a new registrant in this form. Now the first name of my registrant is going to be John, last name is going to be Doe, email will be johndoe@pablitudes.com, and I'm going to give a random phone number. Now I have added all the required details. Now I'm going to click on this button of register now, and here I have successfully created a new registrant in WebinarKit for my webinar. And now what should happen is that automatically by using all the detail of this registration, a new contact should be created in HubSpot CRM. So to check this, let me take you to HubSpot. I'm going to refresh this page, and here in HubSpot we can see I have created this new contact that has the name of John Doe. I have the email address that is johndoe@pablitudes.com, and I have the random phone number. So here we can see that as I've created a new registrant in WebinarKit for my webinar, then automatically I've added that registrant as a contact in HubSpot. So here we can see I've successfully created this automation between WebinarKit and HubSpot. Now let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here I have successfully connected WebinarKit and HubSpot CRM to automatically create WebinarKit registrants as HubSpot contacts. Now let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was WebinarKit, and my trigger event was new webinar registration. Then I have set up my actions tab, and my action application was HubSpot CRM, and my action event was create a contact. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description, so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this by using Pabbly Connect. So if you want to reach out to us, then email us at support@pabbly.com. And if you have any queries, then you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any issue with the pricing, then you can visit this link. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.